So it's Friday night. It's 9:41. We just got to the ranch, unloaded the truck. The kids went to bed, so did Jennifer. It's just me out here tonight. I'm gonna just hooked up the trailer to the truck. I'm gonna go take it to where we were working on board fence. Gonna drop all the boards that we can, so that way we're basically pre-staging for tomorrow morning. Hopefully get done in a couple of hours and then go to bed, go take a shower, and then go to bed, and then try to get up pretty early tomorrow. The plan for Saturday is to try to build as much board fence as we can, hopefully finish. And then Jen also got some Christmas trees that we're trying to plant for the future, so we'll show you how we do that and plant those. Hopefully they live. We tried last year, they didn't turn out so well. I think all 8 or 12 of them died, so we bought 24, 25 this time, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so it's 11:45. Just got done. We dropped all the boards, or I dropped all the boards, and then I went ahead and cut around 40 fascia boards. That's like 4 foot long fascia boards. And then I also went ahead and installed the bucket on the tractor and went ahead and put the drill bit on, so we can go ahead and make holes for the pine trees. So I'm gonna go home, probably be back up in 5, maybe 6 hours, and be at it all over again. Morning, Saturday morning. It's a little after 7 a.m. I got done with breakfast first, so I'm gonna head over, go get the gator. Like I said, we're gonna try to finish building board fence today, and then Jen wants to plant some of those Christmas trees, do a couple of other miscellaneous things, and we should be good. I lost my knife last night while I was trying to put the auger onto the tractor, so I put it on the tire. I think I know where it is, so we're gonna go do a reconnaissance mission and go look for it this morning. See, the sun's coming up. That's our ridge on the east side of the property. It's a good looking morning. So this is the site of where I was working last night, and there it is. Just where I left it. So there's a couple of different ways to build board fence. You can do it the hard way, which is what Jen and I have been doing, which is pretty manual. The easy way, which is to hire someone to do it for you. The even easier way, which is don't do anything and just let it be. Or the Thanos way.
We've been building board fence all morning. We're about halfway. We need to put down some more bottom board and put in some posts. So we're gonna take a break. We purchased about 25 Christmas trees of different varieties, and we're gonna go plant them now over by the watershed. So this is our watershed where when we originally purchased the property, we staged out of. Right behind the watershed is a little bit of a gradient area. It goes uphill a little bit. This is where we're going to plant the pine trees. As you can see, we kind of mow it down a little short, and we're going to go ahead and dig the holes and plant them here and see how they do. So the tool we're going to use to dig the holes is this drill bit. When we were doing board fence here along the property, there were, in some places, mostly by the creek, there were rocks, large boulders that we could not punch through with the hammer. So what you have to do is you have to drill through. This land pride drill attaches to the front of the bucket, and it has hydraulics that go up and over and underneath into the back of the tractor. You do have to be careful of the hydraulics here up by the tire when we're drilling. So we raise the bucket up high, and it works really, really well. We really like this piece of equipment. It's helped for if you have rocky soil or just hard ground, and you can go just really short distances to get what you need, and it tills up the soil so you don't have to worry about trying to dig all those holes.
So what's the process for planting these this year?
Well, we got 20 trees this year from Red Rock Nurseries, and they come in these plastic tubes, these plastic bags, and I just make sure the soil is moist there and you can see the roots. And we got 5 of this particular one. This is balsam firs, and we dug the holes, and I got some soil, garden soil, and we dug the holes and I'm putting them in, and these are pretty moist, but what I can do is dunk them in the water and then stick them in the hole so that I know that they've gotten good water, and then we'll water all these before we leave. Cover them up, put the flag here so we don't forget where they are. Cross our fingers. We finished with the pine planting. We ended up with 10 balsam firs. So these 2 rows are balsam firs. The center row is something called cane firs. Canaan firs. And then the last 2 rows, 10 are blue spruce. So we will see how they do. We watered them and put a little bit, they got fertilizer. So we'll see how they do this year. We're supposed to get rain this week, a couple days this week. There's a good chance of rain, so that should help. Last year we planted just, let's see, it was 3, 6, 9, 12, I think 15. And they all died because it was so hot. So we planted earlier this year, and we planted right before we knew we were supposed to get some rain. So we'll see if that helps, and put in more potting soil. Last year we ran out of potting soil, so lesson learned. We had overabundance this year. So we'll see.
Enclosing the 3rd corral.
Done. What time is it?
9:01 on a Saturday night.
Corral number 3 is done.
We're done.
We did the trees today. The corral's done. We will finish off this part here
The last 64 feet.
some other weekend. But this is a huge win.
Yeah.
Huge win.
All right. I'm ready to go home.
Let's go take a shower.
All right. So we finished the board fence on the 3rd corral. Just a quick recap. So it took us about 3.5 months to do it all. If you remember, we first had to get some posts. So there was a couple of videos where Joshua and either us were all going to pick up posts at Cove Creek. Then we had to pick up boards. We did that at the local lumber mill as well. So that was back in December. And then we started clearing the fence line with the diamond cutter. I'm sure a lot of you like those videos of the destruction. And then we had to pull all the bob wire and the T-post by hand. That took a while. Then we had to do the line, punch posts. That was another couple of weekends of doing that. And then we finally started building board fence. So it took us 3.5 months to do almost 1,000 feet of fence line, over 4,000 nails, almost 135 posts, and almost 300 boards. So it was a lot of work. That's usually what we do, but we've done, I think, 2.3 miles of 4-board oak fence throughout the property, and it's taken us 3 years to do that amount. We're proud and happy of how it's looked in the outcome. So always trying to punch one post and one board at a time, always fighting Mother Nature in time, and this is what we do.
I think that's something important for people who are interested in doing this type of long-term investment. You start early, you buy the property and invest in the property while you're young and while you have jobs and you have the weekends to come out here. It's going to take a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience, but with long-term planning, you can put in the trees so that when you retire in 10 or 15, 20 years, things will be more mature. You're putting money into it so that there's a long-term investment that you can see, and there's a lot of gratification in completing fencing and putting in trees and mowing grass that you may or may not have in your everyday day-to-day jobs. So this for us is a lot of personal gratification, and we see a lot of investing in something for the long term, that when we're retired, this is where we'll end up, and you can plan it out, have a vision, and it requires just a lot of patience and time, and your family has to be, I guess, okay with the idea, and get them involved. If you have kids, get them involved in learning things outside of just academics. So the kids get a lot out of being out here. They learn about nature, and they learn about time management, and they learn about sacrifice, and they learn about hard work, physical, manual hard work. And they also see the fruits of their labors. So the trees have started to bloom already. The grass is starting to grow in, and this year, hopefully, we'll be getting our first herd of cows in the spring in a couple months. And the kids will get to see how that process works next.
We'll get to see how that process works.
We will get to see. You will get to see how that process works next.
It's another first. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Till next time.
Yep.
All right.